Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hypixel Skyblock video. This is a summary of flow 4, a few tips and tricks you need to use, and a easy way to kill the boss, the Thorn. That's where everyone's struggling right now, mainly the bats. That's really annoying. This is just some of the tips I have that I wanted to share with you guys, so let's get right into the video. One thing you should probably note that is this strategy only works on Thorn. It's only to help you with the main boss, and the other mini bosses you have to do yourself. So once you're done clearing the thing, or after you failed 2 puzzles because we messed up, but you go through the blood door, and then that's where the real stuff begins. Also, I'm sorry about the frames, but yeah. Okay, going through. I'm gonna go through now, just in case anyone's not ready. Okay, so once you go in, you're gonna see that flying ghast thingy, and what you want to do is you want to get these thing called decoys. They're not really that costly, but it's annoying to buy from auction. You get them from chests and stuff like that. But what happens is when the mobs start spawning, you just wait for the bats to spawn. Don't go up and place a decoy yet, because that's the strategy. Basically, you place a decoy, the bats attack the decoy, and they cannot kill the decoy for some reason. So I guess the bats are on the decoy forever. You see the bats, they hurt a lot if the bats attack you, so you need to be careful. But what you need to do is aggro the bats. You just go up, and the bats should aggro onto you. Yeah, there you see. When they're coming behind me, they do a lot of damage. So you just place some decoys here. You can place 1 or 2 or how many of them you want to. I mean, you can only place 3. 3 is the max. But after you place the decoys, um, there you go. That's the strategy. Now these bats are stuck here unless you hit them, in which case they're still stuck. I don't know, I wouldn't hit them though. You just make the bats get stuck. This is the decoy right here, and he just stays there. And you can place multiple of them. For example, if more bats spawn, sometimes they do, but sometimes these guys escape as well. If they do, just go and place another decoy. That's the strategy. And now without the bats, it's way easier to clear out these mobs. Maybe even 10 times easier. Okay, not that easier, but you get the point. You get the point. Oh, and while the bats are just trapped in the decoy, another strategy is when the bear is not spawned, you all just go up into the spectator area and just use your, I guess, non-melee weapons. The range weapons and mages are OP in the strategy until the bear spawns. Like example right there, the bear spawned, and then you go get the bear, and then you get the bow, you shoot the Thorn guy, and everything's good. And then you go back up after you get the bear, and you camp mobs again. That's another strategy which you could do. It's not a compulsory, but the bats you should do. I heavily advise it. This is only a tiny bit OP. It's not like the farming damage at all with the Dreadlord sword and the Bonzo stuff. But I would use this while you can, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna disable the spectator area soon, because this is way too OP and probably not how the game should be played. Also, another tip for those of you who don't know, if you die in the Thorn boss fight, you want to go to the spectator area and search for fairies. Right now there's none in the game I'm in, but if you see a fairy, let's say there's a fairy, you just come up to it and click it, and it dies and it revives you. You might lose some score, I'm not sure, but it's better than being dead. If you haven't no healer as well, it's even worse. Sorry about all the lag, but the computer I am using is really trash, and I have many more tips I want to share. For example, you don't actually kill the mobs when the bear is alive, because the reason you're killing the mobs is to spawn the bear, and the reason you spawn the bear is to get the bow to kill Thorn. You can only attack Thorn with the bow. So when the bear is alive, don't go for the other mobs. Go only for the bear until the bear's dead, and then go for the other mobs to spawn another bear. So that's how it works. And if you're a berserker, make sure to spawn your minions, because minions on the bear work really well. If you get the minions to attack the bear, you don't even need to go in aggro on it. The minions do a lot of damage on it. And if you're dead, do kill the fairies. That's another thing I told. I just want to explain the bat strategy again because I don't know if it was clear. So basically, bats spawn multiple times during a round, and they're really annoying. What you want to do is you want to get them to aggro onto you, and then you go to the spectator range using an aspect of the end, and then you place one of these things called decoys. And what happens is the bats attack the decoy instead of you. There is a limit, like example, there's like 50 bats at the end of the round. Then only like 20 are gonna go on one decoy, so you need multiple decoys at the end. So I would remember the locations you place them because you can only have 3 at once. Or I would just place one at the start because there's some that spawn at the start, some at the end. You just gotta be careful. But this was a tips and tricks guide for Flow 4. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Also, I apologize for not uploading in a while, it's just IRL stuff. Uploads are gonna be slow for the next few weeks, but after that we'll see how it goes. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.